Okay, perfect. Very, very exciting. Well, hello and welcome to the Brother Slim. My name's Cam, and this is the end game of my People of the Stormlit Lantern. Very first go at Kingdom Death, and it's been a blast. This is, I think I've missaid this every single time, but I say with confidence that this is Lantern Year 28. Famous last words, but I'm pretty sure it's Lantern Year 28. And we are facing off against the Kingsman for the fourth and final time of this campaign. Not gonna lie, I went back and forth pretty hard on whether just to skip this fight or go at it with just plebs or give it a real good old college try. And I was talking to Arluza, longtime watcher of this little old channel here, and let me know that the Kingsman does give +3 weapon proficiency for spears. And lo and behold, +3 plus the additional one from getting a wound this fight will get me a Spearmaster where I otherwise wouldn't. So name of the game is gonna try and gun for Spearmaster, given away from the title of this stream, but you know, is what it is. Just move that microphone back just a little bit. And also, I ended up going super ham on building stuff off of camera last time, so we'll just run through that really quick. Nothing new for our Luzadin, but we did bring him out this fight. So we've got Nora, who kind of bringing as a meme, but wanted to do it anyways. My game plan the last time I faced off against this fellow was to use Muramasa, which is a pretty wild weapon. 6 attacks, +6 to hit, 6 strength, deadly 2, which is kind of dangerous. And when you critically wound with this weapon, gain 2 bleeding tokens. So my whole MO was to lean in with that to get rid of the joy that is battle pressure. And yeah, it didn't work because I couldn't hit and I couldn't wound with it. It was brutal. And I was systematically destroyed by the Kingsman for the 3rd time. So fingers crossed that's not going to be the case. I almost brought a more plebeian survivor before bringing our Luzadin, just as a little insurance policy. Our Luzadin is kitted to the nines with all kinds of good gear and stats, and also has the King Step fighting art. So wanted a little bit of insurance because the rest of the weapons I have don't have that much speed. So that was the game plan there. However, so Scar, what do you got? And then also, basically everyone's got shields except for Luzadin to deal with the traps. So we got Scar as our Lancer with this really cool Oxidized Lantern Glaive. So +6 strength, it's also sharp, so we'll be rolling a d10 to that. Also barb, so +4 strength on a perfect hit, which is pretty cool. And I think, does Scar have timeless? Yeah, timeless eye. Perfect hit on a 9 or 10, so we get a good synergy there. And then the big thing that we did was spent so many resources, basically everything I have, to almost make a full kit of Lantern armor. And we do have everything that we currently have assigned to be able to utilize its bonuses, which is nice. So Lantern Caress, -2 movement, is negated by the +2 movement of the Greaves, which is awesome. And yeah, so fingers crossed no one dies. And if this goes horribly wrong, I do have a mulligan available to me from a settlement event. So fingers crossed that won't be necessary. And yeah, let's do a quick little... Actually, you know what? One more thing before jumping into the encounter here is I don't think I've shown off my finally finished painted Gold Smoke Knight. And it was a lot of fun. Kind of started and I was very intimidated by this mini. And it came together and it was a blast. So stoked on it. As you can see, a bit of conversion. He's knocked off his noggin and just is extra smoky. And yeah, quite proud of this guy. Pretty quick. And I think it looks pretty awesome. And the base there too, of course. The skulls. Very cool. So we'll set him off to the side, because he is another day. And we'll get started here against Kingsman level 3. We get to start. What do we want to do? I think I'm going to cheat. Not cheat, but I'm going to go in a little bit slow here. And first things first, I want to see if I can get this ore. Oh, dice. I always forget the dice. There we go. Nice bucket of dice. We'll put them over on this side this time. So let's see if we can get the ore vein. We're not going to be able to get 2 because we don't have anyone with a pickaxe, but if we can get 1, that's still a bonus. 4. We do get a iron. And we archive that. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, let's add that iron to the mix here. Strange resources. Arluza, how's it going? Welcome. Iron. Okay, up to 4 iron. Huzzah. Yeah, long time no visit indeed. Happy to have you back. And thanks. I just shouted it out to the crowds of nobody earlier on, but thanks for the insight and advice on what to do for this section. I ultimately, as you can see, decided to go for the spear mastery. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Just about to start things off. How was the visit with the boyfriend? Are they still in town or are they back home now? And let's see. Really quick, just going to remind myself and anyone watching who hasn't fought this fellow about this guy's rules. So weak spots. The monster has -4 toughness when you attack from the monster's blind spot. We've got some synergy here with Nora, our Muramasa survivor, because they have 0 presence, if I remember the name correctly. They have +1 strength when attacking from the blind spot and are always considered in the blind spot. Huzzah. Outfighting. Kingsman reaches 2, and when the monster moves towards a target, end the monster's movement 1 space away from the target. Basically, just like us using a spear. Heck yeah, that's wonderful to hear. Tough to beat, a perfect visit. King's Combat. At the start of each monster turn, perform basic action. So kind of like a Butcher Light with a basic action instead of multiple actions. Was it a long visit too, or just a week or 2? And King's Aura. At the start of the monster's turn, whenever the hit location deck is shuffled, place 3 battle pressure hit location cards on top of the deck. This shouldn't be a problem. My MO is going to be using Muramasa to try and break through. Technically speaking, I don't even need to, because I do have Arluzadin, who's got the King Step Fighting Art, but I kind of want to see if I can do it the way I was doing before, so we shall see. Silent Hymn. So this one stinks. It stinks a lot. A strange hymn that cannot be heard, only felt. At the start of the survivor's turn, all survivors gain -1 movement token. When a survivor's movement is reduced to 0, they suffer a random brain trauma. Remove all tokens and start over again. At any time, a survivor may spend all their survival to remove all tokens from Silent Hymn. Oh, 2 weeks, nice. Obviously longer would be better, but 2 weeks is so much better than a single week. Unlike the showdown, which I'm certain won't go perfectly because Silent Hymn exists. Indeed. Yeah, no fight against this guy has gone perfect. I was planning on not bringing Arluzadin, but I had to bring him. He's the best survivor I've got. He's got insurance, and if he dies, he's gonna pop back. So that's the plan at least. But let's jump into this. Oh, and of course, Indomitable, which we'll read through really quick here too. Whenever the monster attacks or is attacked, it stands at the end of that attack. So good stuff, good stuff. And yeah, so its toughness is 18, which is not as bad as some of the things we've fought recently. So we shall share how that goes. Okay, so that was your go, and then that's going to be a movement of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I think we're just going to leave it there, actually. Just going 1, 2, 3, 4. A reason for that, indeed. Okay, so as far as going next, let's do Arluzadin. So Arluzadin is going to dash here to be able to get into range, and we are going to do the King Step Fighting Art this time, because it'd be that way. So King Step. Whenever you attack, you may discard any number of battle pressure hit locations drawn and draw an equal number of new hit locations. Whenever you attack, after drawing hit locations, before rolling to wound, you may choose 1 hit location drawn and discard it to draw a new location. Traps will cancel these effects. Fun, fun, fun. So Arluzadin is able to dash a total of 8 because the rolling armor set gives him a -1 movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. We like that spot. And so we are going to go in with Fist and Teeth. With Arluzadin is pretty freaking bonkers. Let me just double check here. So accuracy is going to be +2. So we're hitting on 5s. And speed is also +2, in which case we're going to have 4 dice hitting on 5s. 2, 3, 4. And so hitting on 5s. Okay, we get just 1 hit, which is actually really bad. Let me just read one thing really quick. Yes, you may discard any number of battle pressure cards, so we are just going to discard all of them onto the side, draw our single hit location, and see what we get. Regal Gauntlets. So if you attack with a dagger, you gain +3 strength. Wound reaction, it gains 1 survival, and it gains -2 toughness until the start of its next turn. So that would be nice. Very nice indeed. Orluz, is your partner into games as well, by the way? Okay, and the strength here, so 9, and then plus an additional 1. Oh, actually, that would have been hitting on 4, so I got 2 hits. I forgot about the accuracy. Okay, so let's do this one first. And so, as far as crits, oops. Another note here, just trying to triple check something. Okay, so that is 1. So critting on 7s. Okay, not a 4, and plus 10 is not going to be a wound, so nothing good happens on that one. Let's check this one. Really excited to play KDM after he moves next year. Awesome! That's super exciting. Moving closer then too? Nice. Okay, so that one is going to be crit. However, there's nothing there, but we will cancel the reflex, which is nice. So that does do 2 wounds also, which we love to see because of Savage, if I'm remembering the name correctly there. So 2 wounds down on our first turn. This is already going better than last time. Okay, so that was 1 survival down for our Lucidin. And we are going to keep him as is for now. Next up, we're going to have our Tankykins here go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we do just want to try to do as much damage as possible here. So let's see. They don't have any reach. Let me just double check. You know what? They are not going to dash here. They are going to use the oxidized bacon shield and deflect 2. Spend action. Now you have 2 deflect tokens. Next 2 times you were hit, ignore 1 and lose a token. He's almost a whole nation away, so closer will be much better. Oh, goodness. That's brutal. 2 of my best friends for the longest time lived on opposite sides of the country. And now they're both much closer to home, and heck, even close to home, it's still hard to see people. So that's going to be freaking awesome, being much closer. Okay, let's just do these lantern tokens. Those will be for the deflect tokens here. And I think that's going to be the end of their turn. They just are going to deflect 2 and keep their survival for now. Actually, you know what? Balls to it. This is a big dangerous fight. Let's dash going up to there. No, actually, let's play safe. Let's play safe. Okay, and then we're going to have our spear person go. So they are also going to dash here, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. And Scar is going to attack here also. So we got 2 dice. They're going to use the death die from Horribulation. And so we're going to be hitting on 4s. Ooh, getting a perfect hit, and a perfect hit does some fun stuff, which is nice. Timeless Eye. So we hit on a 9. However, we get +4 strength to that, is the big thing here. But we did hike a mountain with the rest of online gaming groups, so that was cool. Only 1 guy was missing. Next year, we think all of us will be able to get here. Oh, that's freaking awesome. There's something really special about getting the gaming group together. I don't know if I shared previously, but I ran I think I mentioned this before, a 1 to 20 3-year D&D campaign. And by the end of it, people were spread out across the country. It was half online, half not. I spent so much time trying to figure out how to get that all set up. But for the finale of it, we were all able to get together in a basement, which was just so perfect, and hang out the whole weekend, got a whole bunch of tasty food, enjoyed some sunshine, and gamed all night. There was many tears, so much fun. Okay, let's see what we hit here. Regal Greaves. So we got a reflex, and that does not spark joy. This is sharp, so we roll 2 die here, and we're going to be adding +4 to this also. Oops. Okay, well that definitely wounds. I guess I should have said which die was which, but that's okay. Madness, especially if it was 5e, which stops working at level 10. Yeah, basically, I think from level 13 and onwards I could throw anything at them, And even if it seemed like absolute instant death, there was always a way out of it. So it was really cool just putting them in impossible situation after impossible situation. Okay, cool. I just want to double check if there's anything else that this guy does here. Otherworldly luck, timeless eye. Nope, so we're all good there. So we've done another wound. Does the lantern glaive do anything else? No. Okay, cool. Cool. So we've done a third wound. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and surge and do that once more because heck yeah. So 2 dice, hitting on 4s. Amazing. So we get 2 hits. Ooh, so we get the trap. However, we have a spear specialist here, so we can ignore it on a roll of a 7+. Alas, that is not a 7+. Okay, bummer. So we get rid of that, but no, because let me double check here. Yeah, okay, so those are both done. However, let's play this trap first. Attacker is doomed. All survivors within 2 spaces suffer damage to random location equal to the number of wounds on the wound stack. Oh god, I did not realize how bad that was. Okay, 3 damage is not horrendous. And that's only going to be our lose it in, taking 3 damage to the waist. So not horrendous. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I'm also forgetting about Rainbow Wing Belt on rerolling 1s for our lose in. Let's see if I can remember that. Okay, so that was not the most useful surge, since we didn't actually get any action there, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I definitely don't want Arluza taking a whole bunch of hits, but hopefully with the specialist there, we'll negate at least a couple. I don't think I've managed to negate any yet, but that's been my luck in this game. Very hot and cold. Okay, there we go. Nice and shuffled. And yeah, on that note, let's go ahead and see what it's going to do. Hook and pull. Furthest threat in field of view. Dang it, that's going to be Nora. No target guard. Okay, move and attack target. Okay. Ooh, what is its move? Its movement is, I think, 6. Let me just double check. 6. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you were to dash away, I think you could escape. Let's see. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, getting to there, and then you can move 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, you'd still be. Oh no, that would be. Yeah, never mind. Cannot dash away because of the reach weapon. But that's something I'm trying to remember is the dash escapes on the little thingamajigs there. But alas, not going to happen this time. So this is going to be. You need knockback 5 here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You ignore bash though, which is something, so it's going to go like, actually no, so it's going to do that, and because it's got reach, so it doesn't need to get close. And so this is going to be pretty gross on Nora, methinks. Pretty gross indeed. Okay, so 3 speed is going to become 5 speed for 5. Gross. And accuracy is going to be 1. Nora, I think, has 1 evasion. No, that should be 2 evasion. There we go. 2 evasion. Okay, so that's going to bring it to just its even keel 3+ here. All right, so that is a full round of hits, which is pretty freaking disgusting. Not gonna lie, that sounds no bueno at all. And then we have grab. Place target knockdown in front of the monster. Move the monster back 2 spaces without turning. They suffer grab. Okay, so 1, 2, grab. There we go. And this is going to be a bunch of damage. So we're definitely going to... Let me just make sure that that evasion is correct. Because there is 1, 2. Yeah, okay, 2. 2 is correct. And this is going to be, I think, 5 damage across the board, which is pretty vile. Yeah, so we're going to dodge one of them, but let's just see what dice rolls we get. So 5, 3, 4. Okay, well, I'm going to have to reroll one of these. Oh, 2 to the head. We're definitely going to dodge a head. Okay, so here we go. 2, these are the 4 that we get. 2 to the hands. Oh crap. Well, so we're immediately going to take a happy fun table roll to the hands, and the head is going down to a single armor. Oof. Well, let's see about a happy fun hand roll. Okay, getting a 10. 10 on the arms. Hit the dirt. The blow sends you sprawling. You were knocked down, and that is it. We are happy with that, considering that was 5 direct hits. Oof. Okay, and then it's going to do its basic action. Oops, I did it wrong. It was supposed to be at the start of its turn, but that's okay. We'll do it now. Basic action. Oopsies. Okay, basic action. Survivor in the blind spot. No one there. Closest threat is going to be our lose it in which case he's going to, oh crap, he's going to step backwards like that is my assumption. Or no, he could go like that. Yeah, I think he would do that, in which case it would basically be the exact same thing, but that's all right. Okay, so basic action. Full move towards the target to make a separate attack against each survivor in the highlighted zone. I think that makes the most sense, right? Yeah, I think that does. Which is kind of gross. Okay, Nora, I had you put back thinking you were in a safe spot, but this might not be very good for you. All right, so 5 dice hitting on 3s. We'll do Nora first. Excuse me. So that is going to be 4 hits. Please, that indeed. I think we're going to dodge. Oh, we can't dodge. Oh, no. So we're just taking this. Okay, so we're going to have to do a happy fun table for the head. Let's go ahead and do that now. Nora dies. Okay, well, I'm really glad I brought our lose it in here because my worry was that Nora was going to die. Oh, this game sometimes. Okay, so Nora is dead. Let's see what happens to our lose it in here. So we've got 3, so 5 speed. That is pretty disgusting. 3, 4, 5. Our lose it in has a lot more goodiness going on though. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, we've got a boatload of evasion, and we've also got +2 from being in the tall grass. So, so it'd be +1, +6, +8 to hit because of the tall grass, which is pretty bonkers. Still get 1 hit. 1 hit is fine by me. And let's see what it connects with. The boots, we're just going to go ahead and dodge that, going down to 5, and just not worry about taking any damage this turn. So, that did not go quite how I would have liked, but that is okay. It's now back to our turn. And you know what? That probably wouldn't have happened if I didn't misplay the card there, but that's my fault for the misplay. And I gotta say, I misplay things all the time. Usually I think I notice it to my detriment. I'm sure it's an even keel, and I misplay in my own favor as well, but I definitely seem to notice it when it's to my detriment. But all good, part of the game. Okay, so how do we want to do this? So battle pressure would be back on the top, so I think we're gonna have to go with our lose it in first. So he's going to step up, remove the battle pressure, and swing in with Fist in Teeth. You know what? Fist in Teeth, I don't have the extra point of luck, so I think I'm actually going to do the Twilight Sword, which is a frickin' heckin' beefy chunk of 5 attacks, which, not gonna lie, I feel like that's kind of too many, honestly. +1 to hit, so obviously one's fail anyways, but 18 strength. So let's see how that goes. So 2, 4, 5 dice to hit, hitting on 2s. Okay, so that is a full suite of hits, and we actually do get another hit there, which, not gonna lie, I almost didn't even want, but we're gonna take it, and we get another hit because that is a perfect hit. Okay, so this is too many attacks, but we'll see what happens. So 2, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Amazing. So this is going to take me a sec to look through. So we do have a first strike, so that is going to be first no matter what. And put it down there. Impervious. There is a... Oh, gains +1 damage token. Not going to lie, I don't like that at all. Okay, so Regal of Embers does have a reflex that it's going to move away. So we want that. And the Greaves... Oh, actually, that's not too bad because we do have King Step, so we can just follow. This one is nice. Death Blow would be amazing, but I'm not going to be able to do that. The attacker is within 2 spaces. Okay, so we don't like this one. I think let's put that one to the very end. Then let's do these, and this. There we go. So, Regal Knees. First strike. If the attacker is wearing any heavy gear, they suddenly feel their knees buckle and are knocked down. Ugh. Okay. So, that's a bummer of a first strike. But let's see how we do this. So we're still going to have a decent chance to crit here because we have 3 luck, so 7s to crit. 5. So we don't crit, but we do still wound. There we go. And there we are, another wound down. So we're knocked down. The way that this card seems to play, I just want to look up the rules for King Step whenever you attack. Okay, so battle pressure is back on top regardless, so we'll put that up there because that is the way it's going to be. We still have these cards, and I think it's fair to say that we're still within melee, we can still attack. So let's do this. So we basically just need anything but a 1. Oh, we crit. There's no crit to be had here, but still, some good stuff. We gain a survival back, going back up to 6. And it gains -2 toughness until the start of the monster's next turn. So I'm just going to put that over here for now. That is another wound down. Death Blow. So once again, we're not going to be able to do anything with the Death Blow, but let's see. So we do wound. Awesome. Another wound down. Regal Greaves. So on a 7+, we cancel the reflex. No, and we actually miss. So we don't do a wound on that one. Turn to face the attacker, then without moving, move the monster 2 spaces directly away from the attacker. So 1, 2, and that's going to cause you to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, getting knocked down. That's okay. And let's do these. So critting on a 7. Oh, bugger. We whiff that one too, and SamID is going to move another 2. 1, 2. Nice, and we don't actually need to get knocked back that time, which is nice. And then because of King Step, we can follow. Kind of janky because we just crawl chasing after him, I assume. Impervious, so we do a critical wound without actually doing any damage on a 7. These 5s are killing me. Okay, so nothing else happens there. And then Regal Faceplate. So critting on a 7, wounding on a 2. 5s and 1s. Okay, so that was kind of rough, actually. I was really hoping to connect a lot more there, but that's okay. There we go. So we still did a good chunk of wounds. We can't complain with that too much. All right, so Tien is going to go next. Nora is dead. I'm just going to cause of death. 3 Kingsman. Lingsman. Oh no, there we go. Kingsman, perfect. Dead. Great bonus. And okay, so TN is going to encourage, so going down to 7. And they may as well go. So let's have them move 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 to there. For their action, they are going to deflect. So now they have up to 4 deflect tokens. And I gotta move this camera. Let's tweak this over this way. They're on top of all my cards, but that's all right. Okay, so encourage is going to get you up. I don't love that Scar's in the blind spot, but I think we're going to attack and then move him out of it. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's late and I must get to bed. We'll catch the VOD in the morning. Good luck. Thank you, sir. Have a lovely night. And glad to hear that trip was so fantastic, too. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Okay, here we go. So, I don't think they can get onto the tall grass anyway, but you know what? Let's just do this. So we're going to move them just back 1, and so at least someone is on the tall grass. Okay, so Scar. Alrighty, so 2 dice hitting on 4+. Perfect hits are on 9. We get 1 hit. We shall take it. Oh, and we have battle pressure, which I completely forgot about. You know what? Let's see. Is there anything else that they could do instead? Yeah, never mind. I'm going to do something different because I totally forgot battle pressure was in play. They are going to block 1, so they'll be able to block an attack next time. And they're just going to move out of the blind spot, going 1, 2, 3 up to there. Okay, and that is the end of my turn. So let's go with the monster here. Actually, you know what? No, I am going to have them go there just so that they are the closest threat because I want them to get hit. Sorry, just a little bit of back play there. And let's see what it's going to do to us this time. Gains 2 toughness, minus 2 toughness until the start of its next turn. Okay, so this is now out of play. Didn't get to utilize it at all, but that's okay. So basic action first. Survivor in a blind spot. There is none. Closest threat is going to be TN here, which is what we want in this case. So TN, you are going to be getting smoked here. But that's okay. That is okay. So 5 dice, which just feels violent for like a pretty strong dude. So 4, 5. It's going to be, so hitting on 1s becomes hitting on 4s. Okay, so we get 1 miss and 2, 3, 4 hits. We're able to block 4 of them if we want to. Let's see where they land. Okay, 2 to the body. Okay, so let's see. How do you want to do this? I think we're probably going to... Let's just block these 2. So we'll lose 2 tokens. And then we'll take the 5 damage to the waist and hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay, so that is, not quite done. Bash and knockback 5 in a direction indicated by the arrows. So we don't need to worry about bash, which is nice. So just knockback 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And now it's going to do its actual card. So let's see what that card is. Spear, closest threat in field of view in range. Closest threat in field of view in range. So Scar's in the blind spot. And so that's going to be targeting TN once more here. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to here. There we go. And Spear, full move towards target. Make a separate attack against each survivor in the highlighted zone in the order indicated by the arrows. Oh, -1 movement token. Don't love that. Oh, crap. I've also been misplaying the silent hymn. I'll try to catch that from here on out. Okay, so 5 dice once more, hitting on 4s. Okay, so we get 1 miss there once more. Let's see where these 4 land, and we'll go from there. We got 2 deflect tokens. Okay, body, 2 to the hands. So, not gonna lie, I think we're gonna save. How do we want to do this? Let's get rid of 1 of our deflect tokens, and then we're also going to spend a survival to dodge. And then we'll get rid of both of the hands, and we're going to take that 5 damage to the boots and body here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And a -1 movement token. So we're at just temporarily -1. And then an additional -1 from Silent Hymn. Okay, so Spear has been completed, and it's back to our turn. We are making our way through the stack, though, so I do like that. I do like that. However, I'm also worried about the trap, because the trap is coming after us for sure. So I think we're going to get up. We're actually going to go ahead and pick up. Do we want to? Are we worried about this Acanthus? I don't think we are. So let's go 1, 2 to here. We're going to attack with the Twilight Sword again. So we have 5 attacks. You know what? Just because the Twilight Sword is the additional attack, I think I'm actually going to go in with Fist and Teeth instead, because it's going to be 4 attacks. And the chances of hitting are a little bit worse, which I think is actually kind of in our favor here. So 4 attacks, hitting on 6s. Oopsies. Oh, ouch. That was only, actually, just let me check here. So it would usually be 8, so that would be becoming 6s. No, 5s. So we actually do get 3 hits. Glad I triple checked that. And let's see. Triggity trip. Oh, nope, sorry, Battle Pressure. You are gone from the top. 1, 2, and 3. Woo-hoo! None yet, which is nice. Okay. So we get the same thing here. Something big. May spend 5 survival to gain a permanent evasion. 5 survival is pretty brutal. Let's go ahead and do. Yeah, let's do this order. That's fine. So we are knocked down because of the pressure. We crit on a 6. Amazing. We do crits. The blow cracks the finely worked spear blade. The King's Man gains a -1 speed token. Amazing. So we're just going to... Let's grab that really quick. -1 speed. We love to see it. Love that for sure. Okay, so there we go. And because we're attacking with Fist and Teeth, we do have Savage coming into play. So we use, or do cause 2 wounds on that first one, which is awesome. And then Regal Gutplate, critting on a 6. 5, just shy. Okay, so 5, that's not going to wound, unfortunately. Just going to triple check just to be absolutely sure. So we've got, so 3, so 1. Yeah, so it would be 6, alas. Reflex still happens though, so it's going to move 2 spaces away. Oh, dang, don't love that. 1, 2, that way. We're able to follow though. And we'll put that there. And then let's see. So once again, critting on a 6. 2, dang. So we don't wound. All right. Let's put that there. Okay, so you'd be there. I think Scar is going to encourage. And Scar has a super encourage too from leader. I don't want to do that actually. So Tien is going to encourage. Going down to 5. you were able to get up, and they are going to GTFO a little bit here, going 1, 2, 3, 4. Or nope, they can't move that much. It would only be, let's see, you know what? They are just going to go there, and they're going to stay in the tall grass. Tian's then going to go, going 1, 2, up to here. So Tian is going to spend a survival to surge, doing block and an attack, because I need to hit with a bacon shield. Need that road to mastery here. So 1 dice. We're actually going to use the death die on this one. And no, we're not going to use death die. We're going to say that for Scar. So hitting on a 6+, we get it. And what do we connect with? Halberd handle. You know what? No, we are going to go 1, 2, 3. So that's as far back as they would be able to go. Sorry, a lot of little misplay or back plays, I should say here. Okay, so halberd handle. We've got 12, so we only need 6 on the die here. Yes, please. Oh, these 5s are killing me. Let me just triple check that, but I'm pretty sure that that is it. Okay, so 6, 12. Plus 5 is 17, which is going to be 1 shy of it at 18. So alas, we don't wound with the bacon shield. We're going to have to keep going and trying that again afterwards, but that's okay. We're in a good position. Okay, so Scar, how far can you move here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Scar's going to have to dash. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To there. And Scar is going to use the death die here. So we get 3 attacks hitting on 4s. Oh, wow. We get 2 perfect hits. So we're going to be adding 4 strength to those, which is nice. And let's see. So I'm kind of fishing for the trap here. Hoping for it because we're very low. Oh, man. We didn't get the trap, which is really scary because there's not very many cards left in there. And we've done a gazillion wounds at this point. Or not, I don't know. A gazillion is an overstatement, but we've done a lot of wounds. So, okay. So we've got the reflexes. Only one of them is the horrible one, though. So let's do basic action against the attacker. Okay, so leave only tatters. Spend 1 survival to gain courage. Let's do this one first. I don't think Scar has any luck. No, so we would need a Lantern 10 to crit, but we shall see. We don't get a Lantern 10. However, we're adding 4. We've also got Sharp here. Oh my god. Ouch. So let's see. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then plus 4 is enough to wound. So we do wound. That's nice. So another card down. Basic action against the attacker does not necessarily spark joy, but it's going to happen, so we can't do anything about it. So it's going to turn this way. It's going to attack with 4 speed, and so we've got, I think, 2... No, we've just got 2 attacks left to do. But it's going to attack us 4 times. Scar, do you have any evasion? You got 2. Happy days. So meaning hitting on 3s. Only 2, that's awesome. The hand in the hand, well, I think we're going to probably dodge one of those. Yes, we will. I'm going to... Oh, no, we actually, you know what? We don't need to dodge. We are going to... We blocked, so we're just going to ignore both those and dodge. And keeping this back up. Cool. And then, knockback 5, indicated by the arrows. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it doesn't say cancel all attacks, so we're going to keep these attacks going here. Okay, so that... one more here. Which one? Okay, so that one is done. And then we've got these 2. So... we did a wound. That is nice. A Lantern 10 would be lovely, though. Amazing. We also do a wound because of that plus 4 is present on this one, too. It won't be present on the last one, though. So that is another wound down. Okay, show. It's going to be another basic action targeting the attacker. So all the way up we go. Actually, I think we'll go like that. And so 4 dice. 3, 4, hitting on 3s. Okay, 3 of them. Let's see where we get them. At least it's nice even spread, and these ones we can't dodge, so it's just going to be 5 damage across the board here to the waist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And the body also going down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So pretty brutal, not gonna lie. But hey, we survived that, which is good. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting knocked back all over the place. Okay, Regal Breastplate. Save this one for last for a very specific reason, because this one would cancel the attacks otherwise. So we wound on, I think, like 4 or 6, I think. Okay, 8 will definitely wound. Let's roll sharp just to see. So 8, yeah, that'll wound for sure. And then reflex happens. Turn the face attacker without turning, move 2 spaces directly away. So it'd be 1, 2. There we go, and that is another wound down. Okay, show. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. So everyone should have -2 movement now, and that sucks because I've forgotten about that whole bunch. And my spear person is so far away now. So 5 -2 is going to be 3 movement. So they can move a maximum of 6. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, let's see what it's going to do this turn, because it is now this beastie's go. Yeah, because you surged and did all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah, let us see how this guy's turn goes. So it's going to do basic action first. So Survivor and Blind Spot, we have no one. Closest threat is going to be TN. So I think it would do its movement like this, just to get that space. And then it's going to make its attacks. Oh, is it able to get both of them here? Let's see. So that would be 1, 2. Just out of range is our lose it in. Goodness gracious. Okay, so it's going to be 4 dice, 3 and 4. For TN here. Okay, so TN, so 3 becomes 5 evasion. Okay, and so be hitting on 6s. Amazing, so just a single hit, which connects with the waist. We are going to dodge that, keeping our... we did actually gain 2 more deflect tokens. So you know what? We are going to keep that survival going back up to 5. And that's going to be the end of that. And then it's going to be knocked back 5. So in which case it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To there, we don't need to worry about bash. Huzzah. All right, now what is it going to do this turn? Kneel. The Kingsman stops suddenly and kneels. The survivors are struck dumb and feel compelled to do the same. Intimidate all threats. Roll 1d10 for each threat. If the result is equal to or lower than their current insanity, they cannot resist and are knocked down. Any survivors whose result is higher than their current insanity gains +1 courage. Okay, interesting. So, well, let's just go from the top here with our Lucidin. It's going to be impossible because he's super insane, so our Lucidin is knocked down. You'll be able to stand up though, that's okay. And Scar doesn't have a ton of insanity, so let's see. 5 is 1 more insanity than they have, so Scar is also knocked down. And then last but not least, we have TN, who also is just going to be knocked down. There's no way that they can get around that. Okay, and so that is that card done. Luckily, oh bugger, I didn't need to encourage people. They can just stand up on their own because of the Fist and Toothmaster. So I spent a little bit more survival than I needed to otherwise in a previous turn. So misplays all day, shall we say. Okay, so -2, no, it's gonna be -3 movement here. So 2 means dashing can only go 4, which is pretty freaking disgusting. So it'd be 1, 2, 1, 2, and then our Lucidin would only be able to go 1 unless he dashed to go 2, which would just be 1, 2, which wouldn't do anything. So our Lucidin is going to back up. Okay, that's our turn. That really sucks. Yeah, because I don't think we want to try to use all of our survival to get rid of those tokens or anything. That would just be no bueno right now. All right, basic action at the start of its turn. Closest threat, so we're going to go up to there. And this is going to be attacking Tian. So 4 dice hitting on, I think 4s instead of 6s. So we get 2 hits, and let's see where they connect with. Head and feet. So we are going to, let's dodge the boots, going down to 4 survival. And then we're going to take it on the head and take that 5 damage straight up. There we go. Okay, basic action done, except for the knockback thing. So that's going to be, what way would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, did I move you? I think I did. Dang it, this move thing is pretty brutal. All right, let's see what we have here. King's Walk. The Kingsman bends its knees and lowers its center of gravity. After the monster performs a basic action, move it directly back 3 spaces without turning. Yeah, I've had this one before. It's disgusting, especially with Silent Him. Just an awful card. Okay, that is going to be our turn though. So we're now at -4 movements, meaning our Lucidin needs to make a roll on the Doom table. Oh, a 4. This is for the brain. Let me just double check that. Reduce to 0, gain a random brain trauma. Body. You were knocked down and suffer knockback equal to your movement towards the closest board edge. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Knockdown's not going to matter though. And then 1d5 insanity. Gaining 10 insanity. Our Lucidin is just so insane. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. There we go. Okay, so they can move again. That's nice. No one else can. And I'm really worried about getting the trap on our Lucidin here. Ah! How many wounds do we have in this stack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He can actually tank that. Oh my goodness. Just let me double check something. I just want to make sure that we do have, oops, not that. Strange. We have 1 fresh acanthus, which would save our bacon in this case. So let's get up. And let's see if we can do something silly here. So 1, 2, 3. We got 4 cards in here. And I'd have 5 attacks with the Twilight Sword. This is going to be kind of janky and kind of weird. I don't know where the trap is. And I think I'm actually going to keep the battle pressure cards on top and just try and chew through them and reduce the chances of getting the trap. So let's do it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to dash the remainder, getting up to here. Spending another survival, which brings us down to 5. Then going to attack with the Twilight Sword. Oh, do we want to do the Twilight Sword? Let's do it. 2, 4, 5. Hitting on 2s. Oh god. Okay, so we get 2 crits, which mean they're perfect hits. So, oh god, those. Nice. So we get 2, 4, 6, 7 hits. So 3 are taken care of with the battle pressure, and then we get 4. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, so all of them anyway. So we're getting the trap no matter what. There it is there. So it actually was at the very bottom. What are the chances? So if we missed just one of those, we wouldn't have gotten the trap. Dang it. Okay, so our Lucidin just flat out takes 12 damage to a random hit location. Let's do it. To the body. Okay, so the body goes down to 0 from 10. Meaning after using my only First Acanthus, it's back up to 10. Awesome. And then we're going to reshuffle this deck. Just going to give it a really good shuffle. I had amazing and poor luck there at the same time, having it right at the very end. Our Lucidin is just such a beast. It's almost like overtuned with too much speed and accuracy. Okay, there we go. That should be nice and shuffled. And no one else is going to be able to get to him this turn, which is too bad, but is what it is. Okay, that is nice and shuffled. Let's go ahead and move who we can. So it's just going to be 1 space each, going 1. Oh, no, they actually can, because they had a permanent -1 movement token for the fight. So rolling on the table here, getting a 9 for the brain trauma. Let's take a looky loo. New perspective, you're knocked down and gain 1d10 insanity. 5 insanity for someone else who's very insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Knocked down, so they wouldn't be able to get up again. So we'd have someone encourage them. Let's have Scar encourage them. Meaning they're going to gain a accuracy token for this fight, which is nice. And then they're able to move 4. So let's see, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go dash into the blind spot here. There we go. Okay, so Tian's going down to 3 survival. We're then going to surge. Yosh. Let's do it. And so this is going to allow us to deflect times 2, gaining 2 more tokens. Deflect is infinite superior to block. I like it a lot. And we're going to use the death die here. So we got 2 dice, and we are swinging in with a bacon shield because we want that hit. So we're going to be hitting on 4s. 2 hits. We love to see it. 1 and 2. Regal Sheath and Regal Back. Return any discarded battle pressure. Okay, so we don't love that. Let's do this one. And I don't think Tien has any luck. Nope. So I think we need a 6 to wound. Okay, so that is a no. And then really just looking for a 6. Nice. So we do wound. Huzzah. Return any discarded battle pressure to the top. That does not spark joy, but that is what it is. And we've got another wound in the stack. So we're at, I think, 13 wounds now. My lucky favorite number. Okay, so that's something. You know what? Our Lucidin hasn't gone. Oh no, our Lucidin can surge. So let's frickin' surge with our Lucidin. Let's do it. And you just be able to move the 1. I think I didn't move it yet, so let's do that. Our Lucidin, surge going down to 4, and we're going to do the fist and teeth this time. So it's going to be 4 attacks, hitting on 5s, if I remember correctly. Okay, so we get 2 hits. That is great to me. Regal Gut Plate and Regal Plume. Well, we might as well do the impervious one first and just see what happens here. You know what? Let's do this one first, actually. Yeah. Okay, so critting on a 6. Oh, so close to the 9. Dang, so we don't wound. That's too bad. And it is going to scoot back, which is going to cause you to get knocked back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. And then we can follow, which is something at least. Then the impervious one. Not sure we crit this one. Nope. So we don't crit that one either. Whiff of a turn of a surge there. Dang. That turn could have been a lot worse, but damn, it also could have been a lot better too. Okay, so it is going to do its basic action here. Survivor in the blind spot. There is none right in the blind spot. So closest threat is our Lucidin, which we don't necessarily love, but that is what it's going to be. So we get 4 dice. 3, 4. At least we're in the tall grass, and Lucidin's got a lot of evasion here. So 7 evasion, which is pretty nuts. So hitting on 8s. So we do get 1 hit against us, and that is going to connect with the booties, and our Lucidin's boots are fine, so we are going to take that 5 damage. 1, 2, 3. You know what? Yeah, let's take it. 5, okay. And then we get the knockback for going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, not 4. Over into that corner there. I feel like I trend to end up in this, it's always one corner or the other. There we go. Okay, so that was the basic action complete. Let's check and see about its AI card here. Spear, so we've had this one before too. Closest threat in field of view in range. That is going to be Tien, which is a good thing for us. In which case, it's going to move to here. And luckily, only hits Tien, our tank. So 4 dice. And Tien does have a decent amount of evasion. Let's take a looky-loo here. So 3. It's giving me 4s to hit. Heck yeah, 2 misses. And we'll take that all day. And let's see where he connects with. Body and booties for Tien. So we're going to spend 2 deflect tokens and ignore both of those because heck yeah, deflect tokens are the bomb. And that is going to be the end of its turn. We don't need to worry about the minus movement there, so that is nice. Okay. So. Start of this turn, going to be -1 and -1, so 3 movement apiece, which is pretty brutal. You need to make a severe noggin injury, so let's do that right now. 6, dangerous seizure, dealing 1 damage to yourself and anyone around. Let's see where they get the 1 damage. To the body. That is fine by me for Scar. So 1, getting a light wound. I forgot they've actually been pretty brutalized. That's okay, not a severe injury. And then they do gain a random disorder. So let's take it up. Anxiety. At the start of each showdown, gain the priority target token unless you have stinky gear in your grid. I don't know if they have any stinky stuff right now. No, they don't right now. Fun times, fun times. Okay, well, how do we want to do this first? I think it makes sense to... obviously, the battle pressure cards are on top, so I think it makes sense to go in with our Lucidin first. So we're going to have to dash to get into range, going down to 3 survival, going a total of 6 here, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's where we want to end up for now. We can go there. Yeah, let's go there. Let's do it from that location. Okay, so we're going to do Fist and Teeth once more, I think. Or do we want to risk it for the biscuit here? You know what? Let's risk it for the biscuit, which is a dangerous move. No, let's let's try to be calm and maintained here. So we got our 4 attacks for Fist and Teeth, hitting on 5s. Okay, so we get 2 misses. However, we do get a perfect hit, which is an additional chance to hit. Nice. So we get 3 hits. That is a nice even number. We're also able to discard the battle of pressure because of that, which is nice. And so 3 hits. 1 halberd handle, regal breastplate, and regal chapetons. All right, so halberd. Reflex, spend 2 survival to gain +1 courage, and boldly deflect the halberd, or all survivors within 2 spaces of the Kingsman are knocked down. Got a crit chance there, which is nice. Reflex. You know what? We might actually do this one first. Let's do this. Okay, so we crit on a 6, and then we wound on something much higher than that. Critting on a 6. Amazing, we do. There isn't a crit, but we're able to cancel the reflex, which that is what it is. I was kind of hoping that reflex would happen actually, but that's okay. So we do that, and we do a wound. Very nice. And then once again, critting on a 6, would love to see it. We do, fantastic. So because of that, we actually do 2 wounds from the Monster Tooth fighting style, which allows us once per attack to do 2 wounds on a crit with Fist and Teeth. So 2 wounds down the hatch. And we are actually looking pretty good here. We are looking pretty good. Okay, and that is going to be the end of their turn. So, Scar is now able to move. So let's do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's perfect. It would be nicer if we were in the tall grass, but you know what? We'll take being right there. And we are going to do the oxidized lantern glaive here. So it's going to be +4 to hit because we were able to get rid, or we were able to add an additional accuracy, which is nice. So, oh, I think I did it wrong actually. I think it wasn't actually, it was, let me just, 1 sec here. So 4, oh no, that was something else. So yes, I think that was correct. I just don't remember. Alrighty, Roo. So 2 dice, and we're also going to use the death die from Horror Liquidation here to add a 3rd attack, hitting on 4s. Cool. So we get a perfect hit. So the first one, we're going to have a +4 strength from Barbed on the Lantern Halberd, which is pretty cool. And so there we go. So we do hit all times. So 1 Regal Knees, 2 Regal Helm, and 3 Regal Vambraces. Okay. Well, first strike we need to do. So let's do it first. And do we have anyone with heavy gear? Not the shields, not the glaive, and Phoenix armor is also not heavy. Nice. Okay, so we are not knocked down. However, battle pressure cards do go back onto the top. So let's see if we can wound here. So we do have Barb, so it's going to be +4 to this. And also, we'll do the white one. It's going to be the sharp die. Okay, so very nice. 9 plus, yeah, so we absolutely wound Regal Knees, which is nice. There we go. And then Regal Helm. We've got Barbed on this one too, and also Sharp still as well. Nice. So once again, absolutely a wound. Boom, boom, and oh my god. Just like that, we are on the cusp of beating the Kingsmen for the first time ever in this campaign. All we need to do is 1 more wound, and we've got 3 survivors left on the board. Oh my god. Okay, so we beat them on basically a 2+, depending on how these dice go. So let's see. Hopefully I haven't jinxed myself here. Amazing. So B14, yep, so we do it. Oh my goodness. Holy moly, me oh my. The Kingsman is no more. Wow, not gonna lie, I was a little worried there when the person that I specifically brought to deal with battle pressure died on their before they even had a real turn to act. But you know what? That is sweet, and that's why we brought our lose it in, just in case, or else I don't think we would have been able to deal with battle pressure. So frickin' cool. Kingsman dealt with, done deal, amazing. Not gonna lie, I totally forgot about King's Walk, I think, but I think regardless, we would have been able to soldier through and come out on top there. So freaking cool. I'm stoked. I was kind of nervous about fighting Kingsman level 3, not gonna lie, but super excited to go 1 for 4, which is a little silly, but hey, win some, lose some, even if it's gruesome. So on that note, let us take a look at, and also for anyone who hasn't seen, the little Kid Bash job in the Kingsman there too. Hey, thank you. Yeah, are you familiar with Kingdom Death? It's a pretty wild game. Not only is it just the board game itself there too, but it's also got a big old cool rulebook with all kinds of usually pretty gruesome, but also really beautiful art too. So this is a artistic interpretation of the fellow I just fought. And yeah, so this picture depicts how the thought's always gone for me, of him just beheading all of my dudes left, right, and center. Not so this time, though. I was stoked to actually defeat him. Alrighty, Roo. So, Aftermath. Any victorious survivors may immediately select spear weapon proficiency, regardless of age milestones. We don't need to do that because we've got our spear person already, which is nice. And yeah, so we get some goodies. Unfortunately, we are going to gain the King's Curse, which I forgot about, but that is whatever. Someone was going to get the curse anyways, because we what's it called again? Yeah, Nora, I was hoping was going to be the one to get the final blow, but Nora was dead, so that is the way it goes. Let's figure this out in the app here. So our Lucidin. Sucker for cool arts, typically a solo game. Not typically. It's anywhere between like 1 to 4 players normally, but you can also get it up to 5. I wouldn't be surprised if playing it 4 or 5 players, it would take a really long time. Like I think my sessions on average are roughly around the 2-hour mark, and sometimes I'll quit playing and do some things that I wasn't able to get done in like a little short video that takes about another half an hour or 2. But basically it's broken down into a hunt phase where you hunt the monster you're going up against. Usually maybe takes like anywhere from 15 minutes to half an hour. The showdown, which is like the bulk of the game, the gameplay, which is probably like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours on average for me. And then the settlement phase, which is around like half an hour, and you can make up your survivors, do different things, make gear, and innovate new different things and such. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then it's not gonna lie, it's also a pretty hard game or cruel game where the people you're playing as die quite often. So it's much more about like the experience of the settlement of people as a whole rather than specific characters that you make, which took some getting used to, honestly. But yeah, so I think like 2, maybe 3 players would be good. So just in case someone dies in a crappy way, then there's still like the other character that they could play as instead. But yeah, lots and lots of really cool art. It definitely is adult though there, as you can see from the topless creepy looking lady. But yeah, super cool artistic game, and it's a lot of fun too. Excuse me. Okay, well, let's get back to finishing up the encounter here. So before we end the encounter, we did get some proficiency stuff. So we got the proficiency earned with our Lucidin on the Twilight Sword. Scar got his spear proficiency, which is very nice. And Tien also got shield proficiency, which is awesome too. Solo has been a lot of fun though, that's for sure. And I think like a big trick of making it fun has been this app. It's called Scribe KDM, and it like just automates a whole bunch of things and lets you have everything directly in this thing. Like especially for me, I'm playing on a rather small desk right now, so being able to have everything on my phone instead of a whole bunch of character layouts that would be I have to pick this up. Accidentally stumbled on the stream. Hey, that's amazing. Well, I'm glad you're able to join. You know what? Actually, kind of perfect timing too. So this game is exorbitantly expensive, but it's very much like a hobby kind of thing where all the miniatures, they come unbuilt. And so you do need to chop them out of sprues, glue them together. So if you got any like experience with wargaming, that'll be a big plus. But all the minis do make it really expensive. And Black Friday, which is coming up shortly here, is bar none the biggest sale of this game ever, basically. So definitely recommend waiting until Black Friday and checking out the sales there, because they will have a lot, which is awesome. Okay, but yes, let's do this thing. So we've got that, and so we'll go ahead and end this encounter. Complete showdown. So hunt XP, yes. Return and advance year, awesome. So Scar, a few things are going to happen to Scar. One is we gain 3 proficiency here, going 1, 2, 3. Gaining Spear Mastery, which is awesome. I don't even know what it is, actually. Master Spear. Whenever a Spearmaster hits a monster with a spear, they may spend 1 survival to gain the priority target token. If they made the hit from directly behind another survivor, that survivor gains a priority target token instead. Interesting. I don't know if it was you that that just dropped off and came back there, Parvi. But if you're interested in the game, definitely check out Black Friday. They have a huge sale on, just that once a year thing. It's their big old thing. And the game is really expensive, so it definitely really helps. And then just in case you missed it too, the minis all come on plastic sprues, so if you got some hobby experience and you're able to chop them up, build them together, paint them, or just play them gray, that'll help too. Okay, so we've got some things that we need to do here. So we've got the Hunt XP, we've got Weapon Proficiency, which is awesome. We've got our Spear Master because of that, which is great. Did anyone age up there too? Let's see. So not Scar. I'll have to pick it up. Oh yeah, it's the same comment. TN. Nope, not you. And what about Arluzidane? I'm assuming no. Nope. Okay, cool. So no age to. Rewards. The air grows still, and a palpable feeling of dread comes over the survivor that dealt the final wound to the Kingsman. King's Curse. So let's go ahead and do King's Curse first. Out of curiosity, in your games, what do you kind of have a preference of story and narrative and such? Because for that, I'd probably recommend, I think probably my favorite game is called Aeon Trespass Odyssey, which is bonkers. It's basically like this, but all the minis are already made, and it's hands down the best narrative writing I've ever seen in a board game. It's also quite expensive, but would recommend checking that out too for sure. This one is, rather than it being like a narrative where it's all told out, it's almost more of like each campaign that you play is going to have a slightly different happening, and it's much more of like an emergent story that kind of comes out, and a lot of like unreliable narrator, and it leaves you to kind of interpret a lot too. So the story aspect is a little bit different in Kingdom Death. But yeah, Kingdom Death and Aeon Trespass, 2 of my favorite games of all time. Got some similarities being like boss battlers, but a lot of differences too. Okay, King's Step is not the one we're looking for. King's Curse is just another example of some of the art on display in this game. So that is not what we're here for today. We are here for King's Curse. So first time doing this, because it's the first time we've actually fought this guy. And let's see. So King's Curse. The survivor that dealt the killing blow feels their heart sink. Death. All right, so tragedy befalls the survivor that kills the King's man. Their body starts to sweat profusely, and their flesh bubbles with extreme heat. The survivor must roll a hit location dice on the King's Curse table. A survivor cannot gain more than 1 piece of regal gear per Lanternier. Every piece of the regal armor set is cursed. And cursed means this may not be removed from your gear grid for any reason. When you die, archive this card. When a survivor completes a regal armor set, has all 5 pieces, they lose their humanity and become a King's man. Filled with a sense of urgent purpose, the survivor marches off into the darkness. Narshti. So luckily we won't need to worry about that happening, but we will have to worry about what happens here. So let's see. The body, that stinks. This actually really stinks. I don't like this at all. Okay, so Scar, our Spearmaster, loadout, gains the rare gear. Do you think this would be better for more casual table? Aeon sounds more up my alley, being story focused. Hard to say. I'd say they're both not necessarily casual games, but they're both a lot of fun. So usually I play Aeon Trespass with my 2 good friends, and neither of them were into board games beforehand, and I've got some experience of different games and RPGs and such, and they both picked it up pretty quick. Aeon Trespass is also a huger time sink. So I think like the base game has 3 cycles, which are like 3 distinct parts of an overarching story that can be played on their own. But they do like call out like a larger narrative. However, each distinct cycle is like approximately 50 hours worth of gameplay. And if you play exactly rules as written, it's got some pretty brutal end states where you can lose the game, and rules as written, you're supposed to restart the entire thing. We're not playing it that way. We actually, no spoilers actually, because I haven't shared the video online yet, but we're about 50 hours in and just encountered one of those steps, and we're not going to restart it. Definitely do not have time for that. So yeah, it's a pretty intense game. The story and narrative is unreal. And if the difficulty of the game gets in the way of enjoying it, we've just been house ruling it to make it like a little bit more manageable and easier. Yeah, 50 hours for 1/3 of the main story. It's insane. So Kingdom Death is much better in a more casual sense than that, where I think this is like probably the 28th time I've played. And it's like I'm right at the end of this campaign. And again, there's not like the same overarching, well-written narrative, but it is kind of a cool emergent story as well. And especially like if you kind of extrapolate on it too. But yeah, 50 hours for 1/3 of the game. To be fair, we did mess up and it ended up causing it to go a lot longer than usual. But I think like around 40 hours is the average. So yeah, it's a bonkers game. But definitely recommend checking it out because these two are so much fun and similar but different for sure. Okay, so rare gear. Oh, I need to add it first. Gear, rare, there we go. And regal staff. Regal placard. And so unfortunately, what this does is these color code things here basically give you different abilities depending on the item. So in this case, because I've got a green, a blue, and a red that are specifically linked up, I gain a pretty awesome ability. But now I lose it because I need to replace it with this cursed gear I just gained, which is the Regal Placard. So 4 armor, cursed. At the Aftermath, King's Curse. Big time bummer. We don't like that at all. That's too bad. So, let's see. With that in mind, what do we want to do here? Okay, so that is done. Do we gain anything fun from that? I don't think so. With a horrific crunch, your ribcage bursts from your chest and warps drastically, puncturing your internal organs. Oh, Jesus. Your stomach pours acid over your exposed innards. You double over, vomiting foamy chunks everywhere. Finally, you stand, drawing no breath but somehow alive. Gain the Regal Placard rare gear and place it in your gear grid now. The other returning survivors suffer 3 brain damage. Your body seems to move on its own. Gain the King's Step fighting arts. Okay, well, I mean, like, that's something. So let's go ahead and get rid of Otherworldly Luck, and let's add King's Step. King's Step is pretty sweet. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. So Scar is kind of ruined, though, from getting that armor, though, which stinks. But that is what it is. So let's see here. Alrighty, so roll 1d10 plus 3, which was the monster's level, and we'll gain some goodies from it. 3 plus 3 is 6, so each survivor gains a random fighting art. Not gonna lie, that is probably not one that I wanted. Let's see, so Scar, random fighting arts, add 1 random fighting art. Mighty Strike, I don't think we care for that, so we're just gonna keep the ones that we have. Yeah, pretty gruesome indeed. Our Lucidin, yeah, we're not going to worry about you because we really like those ones. And Tien, oh, perfect. We gain a random amount, so useful for Tien. Tumble. When something would collide with you, roll 1d10. On a result of 6+, you successfully tumble out of harm's way. Instead, place your survivor standing on the closest free space outside of the collision path. So that's nice. Situationally useful for sure. And if the settlement innovated nightmare training, which we did not, so that is going to be the end of that, bringing us to the settlement phase. So let's put this out of the way there. Grab that little fellow. You know what? Let's just push all these things out of the way for now. We'll clean that up after. There we go. This just runs through basically all of the steps of the settlement phase. I don't have any real gear to make this time, though, because I went super ham building stuff last time, so it's probably going to be a quick one. We'll see, though. All right, so first things first, we draw a settlement event. Murder! Oh, no. We don't love this. Someone in the settlement has been murdered. The survivor with the highest hunt XP is the victim. So this is our Luzidin. Luckily, he's going to come back because he's our eternal survivor. They are dead. The murderer, the survivor with the highest insanity, was caught in the act and is awaiting punishment. Select the table that corresponds with your settlement's society principle and roll 1d10 to determine the fate of the murderer. So our Luzidin is dead. He's going to come back as our Luzidin the 7th. I think he's actually been murdered before too, which is kind of silly. So we're just going to leave it as is, actually. I'm not going to bother with the death count thing. But what we will do is population will go down to 18. Okay, so what do we have here? I think we have collective toil. Oh man, this might really screw up my my story here. So I might rule that I am allowed to have a mulligan on this, because this might really screw things up right at the end here. 4. Yep, I'm going to give myself a reroll. 3. No. Oh, bummer. This was like the worst possible time to draw this card. Oh. Pretty gruesome indeed, continuing on that last comment. So I gave myself a free reroll, which was cheating anyways. I don't think I'm going to give myself any other ones. So that means, oh god, yeah, that card is awful because Tien is super insane. So 25, I don't think anyone is more insane than that. 4, Hunt XP 12, Hunt XP 11, Gancho. Oh, is that actually... You know what? I am just going to rule that Gancho dies. That's a little bit cheaty, but right at the very end of the campaign, and you know what? That's okay in my book. Okay, so they're dead. Okay, yeah, what a awful time to get that. Actually, just want to check one thing. Uno minute. Let's just see something. Tien. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna house rule that. That's fine. Okay, and so we got that done. We've got this stuff left. We have some... What do we have as far as resources go here? I don't think we can make much, but who knows, maybe. If I could make... blacksmith... What do I need for... Oops, I forgot. These are actually... lantern gauntlets. What do I need? More leather than we have, so won't be able to do anything there. All right, well, on that super dour note, and again, a little bit cheaty, but balls to it right at the end of the campaign, and I'm going to give myself that. I think I'm going to log off here and see if there's anything I can do in the settlement phase off camera between sessions. And a decision for next time. Oh, actually, one more thing. Let's take a look at the timeline. Was there anything to read on this one? No, there is not. However, I'm just thinking things through here. I gotta check one thing, actually. Let's see. So when would our Luzidin be coming back? So he's killed in this settlement phase. And when you die, adds to the timeline next year. So he's gonna be back just in time for the final fight. Hey, cheers! Happy to have you. And anytime you want to talk about either of these games, leave a message on any of these videos on YouTube here, and I'm happy to answer any questions I can. Very much love these two, and honestly, the gaming industry in general. And always a good time. Lovely to meet you, mate, and have a great night. We'll catch everyone next time.